This video looks at creating user records in VDX. Patron information stored in a user record is imported into the ILL request form using the Validate link. To create user records, select User in the left navigation menu. To create a user record, select Create at the top of the screen. This presents a blank user record form. The first field to populate is the barcode. You need to preface the patron's library card number with your location code. So in this case, for Huntsville Library, it is OHU, followed by a hyphen, no spaces, and then add the patron's library card number. Why is it important to enter your library location code preface? This authenticates the patron's barcode as belonging to a patron of your library system. Potentially libraries could have the same barcode numbers, so we need to associate the number with the location. The next fields are password fields, and those are really only required for patrons that are using the zPortal interface to VDX to issue their own requests. So you can skip it when you're creating a user record if it's not for that purpose. The alternative barcode is filled in automatically by VDX, so you're right down to first name. It is recommended that you use a name and not an initial. And the surname. And you can also add, a lot of libraries add the patron's phone number following the surname. It doesn't pollute the a surname search, but it does display on VDX receive slips, so it's handy and visible. It's also recommended, if you know the user's email address, to add it in the user record. The user category is most typically approved patron. There are other selections on the list, and there's a glossary in the VDX user manual that provides a full description of the permission levels and appropriate use of all of these categories. Approved patron is the most commonly used one when you are mediating requests on behalf of the patron. For libraries that have implemented patron-initiated interlibrary loan, they would change this to either auto-authorized patron or manual authorized patron. Those are the two selections for that purpose. I'm going to leave this one at approved patron. You enter the date that you created this user record. And you would also enter a default pickup location. So if this library had branches, all the branches would list, and you can set a default for the user. The note areas 1 through 10 are for staff notes, like the patron owes fines, the patron can only receive phone calls on Sunday at 2 p.m., whatever note you would like to make about this particular user record. These are only visible to staff. You submit the user record once you've created it. User search. I'm going to show you how to do a user search by barcode. You need the preface and hyphen. And then you set your part. So this would be an exact match. If you weren't sure, you could say any part. So this is the user record that we just created for Sally Jones, and you can see that when you find a user record, you can open it in edit mode and change a detail. So if the email address is changed, if they become a patron initiated user, you can change their user category, etc. You can also enter an expiry date or indicate if they're banned in VDX, yes or no. Anything that you would need to do to edit the user record. You can also do a user search by surname. So you just change your search method and search for Jones. Now there may be a number of Joneses, so I'm going to say any part. And there we go. So then you can browse all of the Joneses looking for the one that you wish. There's Sally. Okay. The one thing I do want to point out is the one area that cannot get an edit is the barcode. Once the user record is created, the barcode becomes hard-coded. Should this patron lose their library card number and need a new user record in VDX, you can't just simply visit it and change the number. You need to expire this particular user record and create a brand new one for the individual with their new library card number. See the VDX user manual for steps to take to expire, unexpire, and delete unwanted user records. You can also see the VDX user manual for optional configuration settings for free text entry of patron details on an ILL request screen. Thank you.